You weren't supposed to see this.
Walkers in the barn?
Not good, guys. Not good.
Not good, no.
Mom and Kim are completely blind to the show. They only know from up to this point, and it's been pretty exciting. So, welcome back. Storm here.
Mom here.
Give me here.
So, pretty much a really big shock at the end.
It sure was.
Huge.
Wow.
So Herschel has been just holding these
That's right.
people that turned into walkers in there in the barn
Well, that's scary.
without telling anybody
That's right.
on the property.
It's like, why are they even there? I
And-
know we already had
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those theories last
Yeah,
time.
and
Oh,
I'm
wow.
even thinking maybe they're just their loved ones. They didn't want to kill their loved ones. They couldn't do it.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I can't imagine how hard
They-
that would be.
Things like that.
They just
Wow.
couldn't do it. They couldn't bring themselves to do it.
Oh, probably
Mhm.
not.
And then we have the whole conflict between Shane and Rick going on. Lori's pregnant on top of
That's
that.
right.
He's
Wow.
pregnant.
And they
Glenn
have to
knows
confuse.
it all.
Yes, he
Poor
does.
Glenn knows it all. And now he knows more.
Oh,
You're
he
not
sure
supposed to
does.
see this. You're not supposed to see that. So, oh
Yes.
Oh, boy, Glenn.
no. More secrets.
Wow.
So what's going to happen next?
And I wonder if that is Sophia's doll, too, that Daryl saw in the water.
Yeah, I think they
Right.
recognized it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
that's
it
it.
sounds like it might be.
I think it might
I
be.
mean, all that risk again. He almost died to save one little girl. I think that's really good. They're still looking for her
Me too, yeah.
for humanity's sake,
Oh, yeah.
and she is an innocent girl. But it is hard. I mean,
Yeah,
Shane
she
wants
is.
everyone to survive, and Daryl almost lost his life because of it.
That's right, yeah.
Trying to be compassionate, you know.
He's such a loving
is.
guy. He really
like
is.
him.
Whether
Yeah.
he's doing it to really search for his brother, but he
He is really a good guy.
is.
Yes,
Mhm.
really.
And he's so good to Carol.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is very
Good
good.
friend.
Yeah.
And, you know, it seems like he might be trying to search for both. I don't know. Or maybe he just feels guilty because he's not looking
That's
for
what
his
he.
brother.
That's
you
what
know?
I mean.
Yeah.
He feels
Yeah.
guilty. He couldn't find his brother, but at least he can
Yeah,
try to
that's
find
right.
her.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's right, yeah.
Mm.
it's tough. It really is. I mean, you're
Yeah.
trying to survive here, and there's a lot of threats that you're looking
Yeah,
out
that's
for.
right.
Yeah, and thankfully he didn't die. With,
And then Andrea.
Oh, my
Andrea's
God.
bullet.
Jeez.
I mean, it's
a
good
good
she's trying to
freaking
learn,
shot,
but
man,
listen
for
to
just starting.
the professionals here, you know?
Wow.
Especially when three guys in your group are walking toward the person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Right,
start
yeah.
just shooting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come
my
on.
gosh.
I know. They wanted to be quiet and everything. She's trying to prove herself, but I'm like, that's not the way to do
Yeah,
it.
it's
That's
not.
for
What's
sure,
three lives
no.
there?
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yeah. All right. So 206.
Don't look so worried. You're a housewife.
Oh,
Yeah, punk. You see my house around here? Maybe she got eaten. Everything's food for something else.
I don't know. What's it? Oh. Gonna feed the walkers? That must be family. Oh, wow.
Trying to buy my silence with fruit?
Of course not. There's also jerky.
Will you please tell me why your dad has a secret barn full of walkers? What's up? Nothing?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
How are you?
If there's anything I can do,
You're trying to protect the group. We're good. What did Rick say?
I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him? You need vitamins, medicine, a nice pillow.
No.
Nice bill.
I'll make another run into town. Just tell me what you need.
I need you to be quiet about this. All right?
Don't. Oh, my.
Oh,
This ends for you.
but not saying.
I want to learn to shoot too. Can you teach me?
It's up to your parents.
Can you talk to them?
See what you got there.
Oh.
Oh, don't make me out to be the unreasonable one here, Rick.
I know I have my concerns too, but
There's no but. He was just shot.
you can't let him go around without protection.
He's as safe as he'll ever be right here. Look, everything you're saying makes perfect sense.
Shane's the best instructor I know.
Look at those eyes. You can't say no to
That's
him.
right.
I gotta help Dale clean the spark plugs on the RV.
Say he's gonna teach me mechanics. I should probably go look for him.
You found me.
Oh, see.
Spark plugs, huh? Want to tell me what's going on?
There's walkers in the barn and Lori's pregnant.
Both of them?
Holy.
All in one sentence.
Whoa, wow, yes.
He can't
You gotta
take
get
it.
it out. He can't.
Was it farther?
Yeah, she's a good group, too.
So you decided not to leave us. Something change your mind?
Took a long walk this morning. I ended up by the barn.
You're gonna overstay your welcome.
We put down a walker. Killed a person. My wife and stepson are in that barn. They're people. Keep this to yourself if you want to help. Rick's a man of conscience, but are you so sure about everyone in your group? Be grateful you don't have a daughter. If only things were as simple as wanting to shoot.
I'm getting that chance thanks to you.
Still a virgin.
The target's too small.
Come on, that's crap. Uh-oh, that pissed you off. Come on, girl, you got walkers all around you. They're in the woods. God, you shoot like a damn girl.
That's it.
And you stand here, you point
Pissed
your
her off
weapon. You
enough.
point like you point your finger. Do not think about it.
She can't.
Herschel expects us to leave. Does anybody else know?
Not yet.
People are settling in here. They'll be
I
devastated.
know, I'm working on
Well,
it.
maybe I can talk to him too and plead our case.
No, things are uneasy. The best thing right now is to give Herschel some space.
Carl's barely on his feet, and Sophia's missing. Daryl and T-Dog are hurt. How can we leave?
It's not what I want either, but if we have to go... Come on, let me give you a lift.
My feet work just fine.
Not afraid there's a walker out there.
Give you an idea what it's like when the shit starts to fly.
Is that an apology?
Got a lead on Sophia. We'll go check it out. Just come with me. Be my backup.
She's gonna get sick.
Yeah, she is.
My wife was pregnant once.
Don't. God.
Miscarried, and we didn't try.
Glenn.
Boy, should.
Glenn told.
What did you expect? The boy has no guile.
I haven't told Rick.
What's your concern?
Memories are what keep me going now. Memories of what life used to be. Baby, I don't have any good memories at all, only fear and pain.
You can't think like that.
Look me in the eye and tell me that my baby will grow up to be your age and die happy.
I'm sorry. It just came out, and it was daylight.
It's okay. If you're still willing to make a run into town for me.
I'm your man.
Holy crap almighty!
There's something gonna be here. Oh my God.
Wow.
No. Oh God. Ooh.
Oh my God! Ew, it's half off.
We got your stuff.
Meg, hang on, please.
What happened?
Come on in here.
Why? Nothing to hide?
And here's your abortion pills.
I had a feeling something.
You know, for a smart guy, you're really stupid.
Confused, because I think you just paid me a compliment, but you made it sound...
You're smart, you're brave, you're a leader. But you don't know it, and your friends don't want to know it. They'd rather have you fetching peaches.
Sophia?
God, it's like this for how many houses they have to go through?
No.
She's not in this house. Go to the next one.
I
don't know how to tell Carol this was another dead end.
Holy crap, you bet your ass it is. How are you going to get to that car? Come on, you got it. Up a little higher, honey. No more. Yay! Good girl. Wow.
Andrew, come on.
Just do one more. Honey, you're playing with fire now.
Come on, see if not.
If you hadn't come back.
But we did. I always do.
He's so good.
Prenatal.
Prenatal.
Prenatal vitamin.
But your choice. Maybe you shouldn't make it alone.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, right in the. Who cares? Nobody coming anyway.
Why not?
I'll take all that.
I have no idea. She regrets it.
Yeah.
Anything?
Not today.
I'm so sorry.
He suspects something else.
He's like, he starts doing this in the spirit.
You think the group be better off without me? Dale? Did you tell that to Rick or Lori? That boy would be dead if I hadn't put my ass on the line.
That notices.
I think you ought to show some gratitude.
I wasn't there.
No, man, you weren't.
But I was the time that you raised your gun on Rick.
What'd you think I'd do to some guy that I don't even like? When he starts throwing accusations my way, what you think?
Oh, he's gonna see.
Oh boy, he sees all that.
You tear into me for keeping secrets when you're holding on to this.
You want me to bring a baby into this? To live a short, cruel life?
Is there anything else I should know about? The world went to shit and you thought I was dead? Right?
Man.
Wow, what an ending.
Whoa, wait. So what's going on?
We're also crying. It's like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Did you expect Lori to just come out with it?
No,
I
didn't.
I'm so happy she did.
I did. I'm glad she did too.
Because Dale's gonna just blurt it out at any moment.
that's
So
right.
I'm also just cut to the chase.
That's
Tell
right,
himself.
Yeah, I mean, Dale, he's so nosy. He just goes right in.
He gets into everything.
Like 3 major topics, he went right in for the
That's
kill.
right, my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, with Herschel.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
he even took the blame for it. He tried to cover for Glenn, and he went up and he's like, I went for a walk and
by
I
the barn.
heard
That's
groaning
right,
near
my
the
God.
barn, so I checked it out.
Oh boy.
Of course, it didn't work, but
Yeah, and with Shane, I mean, he just goes right up to Shane and just
That's right.
calls him out on that, and Shane just flipped it right. That kept him speechless for a moment.
That's right, it did, yeah.
yeah, he didn't expect it to get like that, right?
Yeah, my gosh.
I mean, what do you think about Shane in that moment?
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Shane was pissed. I
think
you know,
it was, yeah.
Shane, I think, you know, he's got a lot going on. He wants to stay with the group. He loves Rick. You know, he is.
He does, yeah.
You know, they are like brothers, but he has this big, you know, dark cloud over him because he loves Lori too.
Yes, he does.
And
Loves Carl too, and
yeah,
and
I mean,
everything.
he
He loves
really
Carl.
does, and he wants to be part of the, you know, the group. He doesn't want to leave, but Dale is very jealous because he doesn't want Andrea getting
That's
hurt.
what I
He can
say,
tell.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
can tell. You know, he's like a dad.
That's
you know.
right,
He's
yeah.
so protective.
I
you
mean,
know?
I
So
thought
is,
he
but
just
the-
saw the blood splattering on her neck, that she was really close to a walker, and that's fearful to Dale, saying,
That's right, yeah.
thinking that she can't handle herself, and she,
That's right.
the, you know, the splatter got on her because she was very close to it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
And that's probably why I don't think he knew that they were doing anything, that they had,
maybe,
sex.
yeah.
But I think it was just the, letting her learn how to shoot a gun inappropriately.
Yeah.
So do you think it was good that Shane was teaching Andrea how to shoot and all that?
Hands down.
I think so. Sure, definitely.
Yeah. And
Have to protect
what about
ourselves.
him losing his cool a little bit when he was like in the moment enraged and just yelling at her and saying that, this could be a real life situation with the log?
He was just trying to, let her know that, you might have that situation with one of them, and they have to.
Right, he's trying to
because
psych
it's
her out.
moving and things like that. You have to really psych out and just try to get, the walker.
Do you think that even though he's training her, that he is going a little bit over the edge when he gets into those moments? Or no?
Well, when the walker's coming after you, you have to know how to shoot the walker. So therefore, I don't think so. I mean, in a way, he might have went a little bit over, but, you gotta hit the target. That's for sure.
Well, it was effective, but it was a little aggressive.
Too much,
But, I mean, she is still mourning her sister.
Yeah,
she is just learning. But he is trying to ingrain in her that, this is going to happen. It's not if, it's when.
That's right,
And he was like drill sergeant to her, but she just couldn't take it. She just broke down. That was it. She was shut down. That's it. Just table it for another day.
Right.
See, in this moment, I thought that it's good to train to be in the moment, but I thought he took it too far because he also brought in her dead sister in the mix, which I thought was too personal.
Yes, and I didn't hear him say Amy. But saying that.
Yeah, that's not. No.
That is way too much. You can't say that to someone who just lost their loved one, and she had to take care of it herself as soon as she turned. So that is very sensitive.
Yeah, and going back to Shane also talking to Dale, I was curious how you guys felt.
Shane went right into Dale's face and said, "No, I would never," because he's so much in his face about why don't you leave and take off and, we don't need you anymore. And he thought he was going to, just walk away from the situation and make Shane feel bad. Shane's like, hell no. Yes, you caught me doing that with Rick in the woods a time ago, but now I would never do that to my brother. But to someone I don't know and I don't like, all day long. So that shut him up, and that maybe he'll just say, okay, I can't have a fatherly or brotherly talk or
that's right,
to everybody, and he kind of deserved it because, you know what, Shane didn't do anything right there. I mean, they pulled in, they got into some walkers, and I mean, they were scouting, they were trying to look for Sophia, but Dale's getting his hands into too many things, too many people's business, and it's not right.
That is for sure, yeah.
I mean, I think it's good to kind of open up the door to communicate because there's a lot of secrets going on right now. We know that from another show, at least Kim and I do. But yeah, like he is going in on it on his own, and people are going to get really personal about it.
Yeah.
So it's really hard in him trying to be like the mediator of everything.
He thinks he can put, he can help everybody.
Yeah,
and he's got that personality where he wants to help and he really wants to, put a Band-Aid on everything.
He's in everybody's business, though, and sometimes you should.
I thought Herschel was going to say, that was going to be like the nail in the coffin, like, okay, these guys got to go. They're getting too much in my business.
Yeah.
True, yeah. And boy, Maggie being attacked by the walker, I had a feeling something in the pharmacy was going to happen.
I didn't think anything was going to happen in that pharmacy. It was so quiet and so
that's why I said when
peaceful.
it was really quiet and peaceful, I said, "Oh, something's going to happen." But
I would have surprised too.
Now she might understand about the walkers too. Before they're still her relatives, but they're not really people anymore. So.
I mean, even with Glenn chopping off the head almost fully, and it was still groaning and going after them.
So realize,
So it is hard, and it is interesting to have that perspective as well, where Herschel and his family see these walkers as their family, people they know still. and comparing it to mental illnesses, other diseases where, you know, you don't just kill people off who attack you, you know, like it's inhumane to do that. But they went to the CDC and they heard more about it, and I wish they could say more of that. Like, you actually die, you completely die, like you're dead.
Right.
You doesn't come back. Your soul doesn't come back.
No.
It's a trigger. It's hard to even accept, but it's very different from anything else.
That's right, definitely.
Like, you're gone, and you're highly infectious and highly dangerous at that point.
Oh, sure.
Right, and they're pro-life. They, as well as when you see with Maggie, she was very pissed about the morning after pills.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't want her taking them. I believe, and that's how I took it as. She didn't want her taking them because she doesn't want to, you know, not have a pregnancy, not be pregnant. Right. She didn't want her to have...
To abort.
To take him and not bring a child into this world. It's not that bad. That's how I took it. But that's her, maybe that's her upbringing, that she's like, you jeopardized our lives, and it was real because she really got in, you know, face to face with a walker.
That's right, yeah.
To go there and get your conditioner, and, you know, I can see Maggie getting pissed off at that. But she wasn't supposed to go with Glenn. It was supposed to be just Glenn.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but Glenn is like, oh, Maggie's coming with me on a pharmacy run. Wink, wink.
That's right.
Maybe something else will happen.
Yeah.
So bringing it back to their first time there, you know, they were able to do all kinds of things in there, and yet nothing was there.
That's right.
So I'm assuming there was an open door where that walker got in.
That's right.
Because for it to stay dormant while they're in there the first time,
yeah,
not say anything. It's kind of like, hey, where'd you come from?
When you're occupied, yeah.
So it shows you can't get comfortable because you could be surprised and danger at any time.
Sure.
You know, and even with Shane and Andrea going through that neighborhood, like, it gave me like kind of not a safe feeling, but you feel sad because this once was probably a really nice community, and you're going through these houses.
Beautiful little neighborhood, yeah, cul-de-sac.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And through these shadowy areas, like, you get nervous and you have to be on your guard because you never know, to find all these dead people, these walkers.
Oh,
and
yeah, and they're calling out her name. They're calling out Sophia's name. I kind of thought that they were just going to open the door and just say, Sophia, you know, it's, you know, who they are, and, you know, come out, it's okay, you know, but to go through it and to canvas through it,
like that. Wow.
it's that you're just begging for trouble.
That's
Really, because it's inevitable. You're going to catch up with them. But they called out and they heard them, so they came right for
That's
them.
right.
Yeah, a lot of them too. This was so
Big
dangerous.
time.
Wow.
Like, even with them practicing shooting, you know, like, it's so freaking loud, and I kept thinking in that moment as well, like, you're going to attract all kinds of attention, and
true.
I mean, it echoes and probably bounces off things, or maybe hopefully there's no herd around or something, but it's just scary to think, like, you know, I mean, you hope that someone's on the perimeter really guarding and making sure that, I know some are, but it's just such a huge property that it kind of just makes you think, like, okay, well, don't think you're completely safe shooting guns like that.
Yeah. How much ammunition do they have, too? They should.
That's important.
They should be practicing all the time, either, because they're using up the ammunition.
And it's hard because you want them to practice so they can
but you have to be
proficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden they're going to run out of ammunition.
And I am glad, speaking of the ammo and guns, and I am glad that Carl is able to train with Shane.
Yeah,
I'm very happy that they agreed.
Right,
That's a really big topic, too, because in this kind of setting, I agree, because like, not to, like, know how to defend yourself, like Rick was saying, like, this is very different now. You can't just think everyone else is going to protect you. Anything can happen, and if you're caught off guard and you have no training, no way to protect yourself, and God forbid if you find a gun while you're scrambling for your life and you don't know how to use it, you can hurt yourself too.
Definitely,
so it's very dangerous.
And I have to say, Shane really put it in Andrea. I mean, not that way, but I just realizing what I just said.
We do that now and again, but we have fun, and then we just don't laugh.
In her brain about focusing on the target.
Okay.
Well, you can take that even deeper.
On target.
I love it. Don't you love our reviews?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm going to shut up now and just
No, that's fine. But in a way, they moved on, or at least Shane moved on. So that was, I guess, good.
I think that's great.
Everything's going to sound bad now. Moved on? How do you see that, Mom? Please explain.
The real mom's coming out, baby.
Use your own imagination.
Mom surprises us a lot. Like, you just don't think, she's so innocent, you just don't think she's going to say anything really bad. And I'm like, Mom. We do have a lot of sons, too. And daughters, but like, our brothers are always very funny and fresh growing up. Yeah, so on that note, guys, until next time. So if you guys want to check out our full reactions, please check out our links below. If you're not already checking out our Patreon full reactions / uncut come out a week or so early before they hit YouTube as fair use version. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Hodor.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, Hodor.